Joey Sly, the kicker, stands ready.
And we are underway from Cincinnati.
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
We are in it to win it.
And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Allen. Looking deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Etienne to start the drive.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Neville Gallimore on the stop. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
A give to Etienne running right.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bengals at 9-6 now. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, patience, on display right there. You put it back when you saw the days in Evansville.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Trucks over it. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have moved out in front. Extra point by Slides up and good. And it makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Slot man moves right. Fournette once more on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Allen on third. They're trying to find Sharp, but it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
And they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Wilson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Right there, baby.
A give running right, ETN.
And will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Travis Etienne, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones hit their 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
Watch the middle. Watch the middle.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Nick Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Another try after the first down sack. Allen, he's going to sling this deep downfield. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On first down, Wilson. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Seahawks force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. He's got him in. Complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Fielded just inside the 20. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you meant to the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Handoff running left is Etienne.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes I think cornerbacks can benefit from the fact that quarterbacks might just forget about the idea that they might be near the line of scrimmage. How about the anticipation there, sneaking in and making a big play in the backfield?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here is the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Sliding out of the pocket.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He's got a man complete. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
This is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, They've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Allen. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But whatever they called on defense, they made sure they were ready for the pass on that snap, made the proper adjustments, and helped force an incompletion.
A final shot before half for Allen. Steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Keep it up.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Taken from about the 12. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Straight ahead, Etienne. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now it's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now Wilson back into his end zone. And he finds Howard complete. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Garrett Wilson, 73 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, they should have been against the control. This made them into the lead.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now. Well, and that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle. 42 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Final minute now of the third quarter. Etienne up the middle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with Etienne. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Allen will try to throw for it. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. Back now in Cincinnati, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. It was Anthony Averett who got him down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Now the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Allen going to throw. And Shark calls it in. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Johnston. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And a nice gain at 21 yards. He finds his man complete. It's Johnston. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Howard. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Wilson. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Allen to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now Wilson on first down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Anthony Averett picks it.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Alert, alert, alert!
So Allen's going to look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And again, it's Allen. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because you know 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5. That's a whale of a game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Bengals drive about to get going. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better. and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to let it fly.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last shot for Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along.
And now here is another interception. Dante Jackson picks it.
And the Bengals come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Seahawks,
they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining